Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Seaside Park. And before we actually start with the speed building part of what will hopefully be the last episode of building on the Scandinavian area, I'm just going to show you a little bit of progression I have made behind the scenes. And with a little bit, I might be over-exaggerating myself, but there happened a lot off screen, as you can see. And I will start with the monorail has been extended from the entrance to here thanks to Zombie, although the monorail will be actually going like this. And then these Zierer Family Freefalls have been added here in this helix because I thought they were perfect fit. So yeah. And then of course all the nature that has been added, which I said I would be doing off screen in like 1 or 2 episodes ago. So yeah, that's that. And just in general, the area has now a much more finished look, even though I still need to add the bushes and rocks to some of the places there. And then one tiny thing that also happened was I actually just also did this part here, connected the backstage pad, which I still need to find a way to close off. And then the little boat ramp here is here. Maybe the crane has moved a little bit, I don't remember fully, but yeah. So my plans for this video actually are doing something here in this pit, because this pit has been empty, hanging up these logos, because I have made 2, and then making the queue there, completing this ride, and then maybe some little houses here, and then finishing the monorail station. I don't know if I want to do these houses, so if you don't see them in the speed building part, you know, I might have found something else. Also, I need to thank Zombie for helping me with getting the monorail like this, because he's the more expert in monorails, because he's more of a fan like me. He's more of a fan like that. But anyways, with all of that, let's get into the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Seaside Park. As you just saw in like the normal speed section, there has been a lot of progression, and that's purely because it's just a little bit of boring to put on the screen if I haven't explained that in the real-time part. But yeah, as you can see, I thought it was finally time to start decorating the Zamperla Rockin'Tug that has been standing there for quite a while now. So that one is basically almost done speaking now, because in this episode I sadly won't be finishing this area off. For that, there must be another episode where I finish the other custom flat ride I made for this area, and then the monorail station. And in theory, everything should be finished then for the area, and then we can move on to the next one. So episode 14 will definitely be the last, so don't worry about that one. And yeah, right now, just making the queue and exit for this ride, which will be enclosed in a small house, if I should say so. It's more like a harbor storage shed kind of thing, but I don't know exactly what it was. I looked up some reference images or some inspirational images on YouTube, on Google, I mean, and I found something that looked like the building I am building right now. And Well, we're also almost at the end of this area. I actually want to give you like a little bit of heads up on what we will building in the next area. And the next area will be a Polynesian Hawaii themed area. Well, what coaster type I will be building in there will stay a little bit more of a secret, but I have some ideas for that one, and I actually only have a coaster ready, so no flat rides yet, although I actually want to place down a twist and splash from Mag Rides. It's not in the game yet, so it will be yet another custom flat ride. This park is going to be filled with them, and yeah, that might be my problem, but I think custom flat rides actually look kinda cool in this park, although I eventually want to add some functioning flat rides, because not everything, I don't want it to be a static park. I want stuff to move, and at the moment the only thing that's moving is the coasters. So yeah, I can see to actually think of what flat rides I want to build in that area, and I also think that you guys would be maybe, although you guys could also give me some ideas down in the comments if you watch this far and actually have an idea for like a kind of flat ride I can build in that Polynesian / Hawaiian kind of area. And also, now I was thinking of actually only making 3 themed areas and then the entrance. And at the entrance I want to do a water show, and I was like thinking of actually streaming the water show, making a water show to you guys, so you also have a little bit of insight and a little bit of also go building it with like saying what else I can do. So just in that kind of side, there are plans to actually make a water show at the front of the park, and hopefully the monorail also won't be inside that much, even though it's going over the lake. And yeah, although there isn't happening a lot in this episode, mainly just building this building and then another one that is you'll see later in the video. Every building here actually has a function, and that's what I kind of like, because an empty house is just an empty house and you can't use that space anymore. So this one is for the queue. There is another one also for the queue of this ride, and then there are 2 other buildings where one is restroom and another one I want to make a food stand. I actually have not decided what food stand I want it to be, so need to look into that. Also need to see what I can add. And yeah, we already got a Zombies famous fish and chips, so it's time to actually get something else. Yeah, here you see me also add an extra extension, because I thought it would look kind of different from the rest, and it actually did, although not inside. And yeah, I also asked the Epic Dev if you could make a soundtrack for this, but I might need to send them again or remind them again via Discord, so we might then play the soundtracks of the park in the background of these videos, and then I can also actually use it to showcase kind of the park off. I'll also have like another song I can use to show the park off once it is eventually finished, which will take another few years, I think, at the pace we're going right now. This series is currently 9 to 10 months old, I think, and it's unbelievable how far we actually have come in those 9 to 10 months. But also speaking realistically, if I ever build a park alone, I think the progress would be a little bit faster. So maybe the YouTube thing is slowing it down a little bit, but that doesn't withhold me from building. Even when something is not off screen, on screen, I still build it. Talking about the Zombies Famous Fish and Chips restaurant I built off screen, and or actually just the interior of the restaurant, and then the souvenir shop. And that's basically it at the moment, because there is nothing much I can add right now. I still need to also, now that I remember, I also still need to decorate the other souvenir shop and make it clear where the entrance is with some extra information signs. So yeah, it was just not nice to see people always go in via the souvenir shop and then go upstairs, even though there is like a long queue leading from the start of the area to the station. So yeah, I just kind of like missed that. Also, another reason why progress might be a little bit slow is for a new series I am currently making, and I don't want to give away too much yet, because only the first episode has been recorded and edited and is now unlisted on YouTube. At this moment, only the second episode fully exists in script. And the full episode, or actually just the voiceover episodes 2 has been done, and then just a little bit of intro of episode 3. And a little bit of a reminder that series will be 8 episodes long, so yeah, it might take a while to actually get something. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a long process to actually get everything up there, or actually just made and everything running, because I start off with a voiceover and I need to gather the clips for everything that I am saying, so, and then adding stuff in there, and it's quite a long process, because the first episode already took me a week, and yeah, the second episode I actually haven't even started yet on, so maybe today. It's still early on the day I record this, but yeah, there are plans to do to work on it almost fully now, just before I need to start dive into the books because of my exams or midterms, and then at that moment I won't be able to do anything. That's why I also want to have a lot done right now to the Best of Prom compilation, you guys might know. We got some clips already, still need to gather also some clips from previous streams, because right now the closest latest stream the oldest stream I've seen in clips is the zombie one, and since then every stream had at least a few clips. Might also pick some out of there, but I have already gone through some earlier streams and actually not being able to find a lot in the first 2 streams, because the first 2 streams was just me building King.ca and it doesn't exist anymore, so the real one and the one I built. So yeah, and funny thing for the people who might be a little bit longer on the channel here, building King.ca was also actually the inspiration to make the Intamin Swing launch video. That still is standing one of the plots with a few supports, but not everything, and also me not happy with how the layout looks. So you also won't be seeing anything from there. It was also such a bad performing video, probably because it was only tracks and nothing much, I think, nothing else. So yeah, also won't be going back to doing that. And yeah, I also don't need to start making too much series right now, because it is a lot of time to actually do some stuff like that. Because right now I have some things running, like the stream park, which I haven't built in a long time, and the Seaside Park series, and then now the other series I want to start or working on right now. And yeah, I just don't want to add anything else, because I think a tree project is just enough right now, and I don't want to put anything else on my head. So yeah, I also need to see what video project I have laying here right now as well, because I also still need to finish the Planet Coaster episode and yeah, put it online. It has been sitting there since September, so yeah, there might need to be a little bit of work done there. Even though the voiceover has been recorded and has now moved to the bin folder, I need to get it out and just record the end part of that video. So a lot of things will happen in the future of this channel. It's just I've been working on it a while now, and I might just take a little bit of a rest. But yeah, anyways, as you have seen, I have built some stuff here, or there's actually a lot happened because I was talking a little bit too much, and that is toilets were added, or actually just a place for restrooms, what I'm working on right now. And then yeah, an indoor queue line for the plot, the indoor queue line for the Zamperla Rockin'Tug, and then you also saw a little bit of space for another building, and as you might soon see, that one will be empty. And yeah, that one's on me. That's the building where this food stall or drink stall, I don't know what it's going to be, will be in there. Also, most of this toilet pack is public, not the cottages. Those are not in the pack I made. So if you want to have the pack, let me know. I might update it first and then give you guys everything. Yeah. And I think that's basically it for the entirety of this episode. Just building the latest building, that won't be much, and yeah, with that I think I have said everything. So yeah, if you've been through the full commentary, you might know what my plans are for the future of this channel, and yeah, I will be working on that as much as I can, even though we're arriving at a busy season, but yeah, I will manage it. And with that said, I will see you guys back in the real-time part. and welcome back to the real-time part of this video. In this little tiny part I will show you everything that I have added behind the scenes and what I have done on screen for the people who just skip through. Here is, first of all, is a little cover. I try to do it like a little bit Icelandic style. I kind of like the fact that there is like grass or moss on top of this roof, and this is actually meant to be as like or a stage for some sort, maybe a little show, or just a little bit of a extra dining place. And then moving onwards, we have this little house here, this being like a little bit of a harbor master house. That is the queue for the Zamperla Rockin'Tug. Still need to add some fences. Moving on, also a little more queue. This house will be a little bit of an indoor queue for the Rockin'Tug. Going to make a pass through here for when the queue days, when the park is less busy, and then of course a little bit of a longer one because it's a children's attraction. I think the queue won't be that long, but it's alright. And then here we have the restroom for women and men in this yellow house. As you might see, I still need to add the roof to all of these, so don't worry, that will happen. And then here is a house for little food courts. Still need to decide what, but I think we'll be going for some Scandinavian delicacy instead of the fish and chip we serve there. That's actually more like a British kind of thing. And then moving on, I already traced out the queue line for these freefall towers. Really like them here. It's a really great position, and it also like adds just another ride in this area of the park, because it's a little bit empty in style of rides. We only got 4 rides, and then 2 places where you can get food or some restroom, and then of course the monorail station that will be done in the next episode. Also, something that has changed is the direction of the monorail, which you can't actually see. And if I click on testing, you'll see that the train spawns back there and then it just moves along the water over here. And please ignore the go-karts, I just built that when I was bored. Yeah, that's basically everything that has been done now. So I would thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.